Before we get started, I want to say love 1030. I want to give a shout out to all my fans, everybody on the team. Today's show gonna be something completely different. I'm going solo dolo today. No Ralph, no Aunt, no Nikki. It's the holiday weekend, so everybody chilling, hanging out with their families, and we gonna get it in. All right, kick that intro. What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome everybody to another edition of Talking Sports with the Know It Alls. I am Jimmy the Know It All. As you can see today, it's entirely different. Solo dolo, nobody on the show today. So we're gonna talk about a few things today that have been on my mind. First, first thing we're gonna talk about what everybody's been talking about. Game 7, Miami Boston. First thing we're gonna talk about is the shot. Coach Carter, I know you got something to say. I love what you've been saying on Facebook, but my personal opinion, I think it was a bad shot. I think he should have drove to the hole. Even though I know Horford was guarding him and he's a shot blocker, I would have drove to the hole, try to make him foul me. He Butler is a good finisher, so I think he could have made the basket, got an and one, and still got the 3 point play. Hindsight is 2020 because if he hits the shot, nobody says nothing. But in this case, he didn't make the shot, and of course, sports fans, the way we are, we're gonna second guess it. Um, Other than that, the game itself was a great game. I think Miami needs some more scoring. I love Oladipo, but he's just coming back from injury, so he's still working his way back in. I think in the future he could be a good number 3 guy to depend on because he's gonna give you some scoring. I think Miami needs some size. I like Bam. I think he's an undersized 5. I think they need some size. A Rudy Gobert type. They don't need a 5 with scoring just to help them with defense. I think they get them some swing men to help them with their scoring, but that's another take. We're gonna get on the game. I think the game was excellent, actually. I think Miami just dug themselves in the hole, getting behind so much and then using so much energy to come back. I think they got them in the end, but I like. I'm not the biggest Jimmy Butler fan, but I respect him. He came with it. He put Miami on his back, and I respect everything he did in Game 6, Game 7. He came with it. As far as I'm gonna go again with the three, the fact everybody said, well, he hit a three in that same spot earlier, but I think he only hit 1 3 for the game. So if he'd have been hitting like 3 or 4 threes before he shot that, okay, I would have felt a little better because he was feeling it. But you only hit 1 3 and you're not a great 3 point shooter. I wasn't feeling that. But we already talked about that. As far as the game itself, Jason Tatum, I'm becoming a big fan of his. He's stepping up in big games. He's showing that clutch gene. So I'm really, really liking Jason Tatum. Him and Brown complement each other. Even the guy I don't like, Smart, played a good game. They all played a good game. Game 7, like I say, it was a great, great game. I wish Butler could have had a little more help. you know, Through the last 3 games, he could have had a little more help. I think they could have won. It messed up my pick, but as long as the game is good, I'm cool. So like I say, Game 7, it was a good game. I can't trip on it. So, that's that. The next game I'm gonna get into is in the Western Conference with the series with Golden State and Dallas. That pretty much went the way I thought it would go. Wiggins stepped up a little bit. You know, Luka still got his points, but Wiggins made him defend, and I think Wiggins did a good job in the series. Looney was the X factor. He played the way I thought Bam should have played against Boston. So Looney was real aggressive, which put Dallas on their heels. They had no answer for it. Then towards the end of the series, you know, you had a Clay spot. So Clay got going. And so once they get going, Golden State is gonna be a tough out in the finals. So I'm looking forward to the finals. Um, it's not the finals I predicted, but I'm a basketball fan, so I can make the most out of the finals. On that note, let's go to our next segment. We here, two more teams left in the finals. Golden State, Boston. You know, I think my son, I think I picked Golden. I got to go back and look at some film, but I think I picked Golden State to go to the finals. I know Trey did, so you know, around my house, Trey is ecstatic, telling everybody, you know what I'm saying, so you know how that goes. This finals matchup can go. I think first off, I'm going with Golden State. I think Golden State gonna win, and it wouldn't surprise me if it went 5 games, if it went 7 games. You know, if Golden State gets Gary Payton Jr., Iguodala, and Otto Porter Jr. back, they get those three back. That's gonna be real big, and it's not even for their scoring, for their defense. And that's one thing I like about Golden State, their versatility on defense. They can switch off many parts. And I think that can give Boston problems because they can put Wiggins on Tatum. If everybody healthy, they could put Iguodala on Tatum a little bit. You know, they can put Otto Porter on Tatum. Sometimes they can put Draymond on Tatum or Brown. All of them could guard either player. Um, they could bring some of their young boys off the bench to get a couple minutes against them. You know, my X factor for this series, as crazy as it sounds, gonna be Steph. Everybody been waiting on Steph. Want Steph to have this playoff moment, um, like a Mike. Uh, that ain't gonna happen in that sense. But like a LeBron, how a player can like just carry the team and be an X factor the whole series. I'm looking for Steph to do that. Um, I don't think Marcus Smart can guard Steph. All that flopping he does, which I can't stand. I believe some of that is going to anger Steph and make Steph want to prove a point. And it's not too often Steph has one of those series where he wanted to prove a point, and I think this is one he's going to want to prove a point. So my X factor going to be Steph. As crazy as that sound. Um, I think Looney, if he plays aggressive like he did the last series, I think he could be a problem for Boston. I think he could be a problem for Williams. Excuse me, because Williams isn't that healthy, and Horford is old. So I think Looney can be a problem inside for them. Um, as much as I don't like him, Draymond with his versatility as far as defending, I think will be big. I think Golden State, if they switch it up, I think for Boston to extend it will be their defense. And Golden State is prone to turnovers, which for me, I think they should take the ball out of Draymond's hand a little more and put him in Steph's hands a little bit. Just like to bring the ball up quick because Draymond will, because in his head he think he's better than what he is. He will be prone to throw some dumb pass here and there. So, and you can't afford to do that with Boston because Boston will capitalize on that and get some easy buckets. And the one thing you don't want with a score is to get some easy baskets get their confidence going, to get them going. Because if Tatum and Brown get going, Boston could be some trouble. And so I think Golden State needs to take the ball out of Draymond's hand a little bit. I know a lot of people gonna be on that. No, man, Draymond, do this, do this. Look at man, you got an opinion, I got an opinion, and for now, it's my show, so whatever. Um, I think Boston, but I just think they don't have enough scoring for Golden State. And like I say, if Gary Payton Jr. comes back, he's going to be a disruptor with Marcus Smart. He can even he's big enough to try to guard Tatum a little bit. You don't need him to guard him the whole game, but just a little spell here and there. You know what I'm saying? So much as I hate to say it, I got Golden State. You know what I'm saying? My son, when he see this, he gonna love it. Only reason I'm going Trey is because this your senior year and I'm your team. So that's your graduation birthday present. You picking Golden State. um, and that's that. Like I say, Golden State. Another thing I want to talk about the playoffs so far, even though we're in the finals. How do you guys? Everybody was asking or been saying how they wasn't happy with the playoffs, or the playoffs was boring. You know, the team I wanted. Everybody know I was rolling with Brooklyn. I wanted to see Brooklyn. They got bounced early, even Milwaukee. But I think with the NBA for me, because I'm such a basketball fan, um, even though the favorites went out, you still the series might didn't go as long as you was like, or the battles you didn't see the matchups that you want. I still think the playoffs to me were good. In the past there have been better playoffs, but I think individually the playoffs been good because what Luca been doing, Luca been balling, and I can't knock that from him. Jason Tatum been balling, Jimmy Butler been balling. You know what I'm saying? Phoenix to an extent until they a lot of their stuff was balling. So even though your favorites go out, somebody else always step up. Even before Ja got hurt, Ja was clowning on people. I think this playoff showed the young boys are coming. We don't need the LeBron narrative anymore. We have other players in this game who can, that next tier. You know what I'm saying? We go through that probably once every 15 years or something. The new breed come on. So it's a lot of young guys coming, and they telling LeBron, no man, we ain't worried about you no more. So I like it. I can't speak for everybody, but I like the you will like the favorites, but I like it that upsets and all that. I think that's what makes sports what sports is. You know, that's just the luck of the draw. Sometimes stuff you do may come back to bite you. Milwaukee was playing to play the Bulls, and it came back to bite them. You know what I'm saying? When they just should have went out and did their thing. But hindsight is 2020, so that is that. The last thing I'm gonna talk about is something that I talk about a lot in the barber shop. I talk a lot amongst my friends. I even talk on social media. The last two things I'm gonna talk about. Um, I call it the flavor of the month. Why is it that whatever is the flavor of the month, we make it the best? I think that's one of my pet peeves with sports and sports debates. We always tend to whoever is the flavor of the month is the best. We quick to downplay stuff in the past. People be like, "Oh man, you just like old school." I'm a historian when it comes to sports. That's why I call myself somewhat the know-it-all because I want to know everything about sports. I just not know well, I didn't see so and so play, but they put up numbers, man. You gotta respect they numbers. So I'm tired of. I ain't gonna even say I'm tired. I'm just disappointed with so-called fans with the flavor of the month. We always make somebody. We quick to say somebody better than somebody or this with this, and even now you'll get Ja, and I like Ja. I like Ja a whole lot. They well Ja better than Allen Iverson or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dang, how you? Well, man, just had what 3 years, and you already putting them in front of Iverson. Now, granted, I'm not a big Iverson fan, but but that's my opinion. I'm not saying he wasn't cold or whatnot, but I'm just amazed at stuff like that. I think the one that's really getting me, even though I don't like him, this Draymond Green and the way people are trying to Hall of Famer and all that. I'm like, how? When does the narrative change? Because he got 3 rings that make him a Hall of Famer. You know, I know a lot of dudes with 3 rings. I know a lot of dudes. He All Star. I think he made about 3 All Stars. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, come on, dude. Look at his numbers. And so his 3 rings make him better than Barkley. And I'm kind of biased because I love Charles Barkley. I love him. I love him. I love him. As a player, no homo. Um, I love him as a player, and anybody who thinks Draymond is better than Barkley needs your head examined. Yeah, I said it. You can make a comment in the comments and challenge me. We can debate this all day. Um, I think he's a product of the system. And we always trying to paint this narrative because a person get rings, they're better than somebody who doesn't have rings, which I think is asinine. You know what I'm saying? But certain players they do that too. Certain players they don't do that too, especially if they win MVP or stuff. Because you don't see them putting Steve Nash in no top 10 point guard, and he got 2 MVPs. That's just something that been bothering me. So my last topic that I want to talk about is my son is a LeBron fan. I'm a LeBron fan, but the new narrative that I want people that's I know is going to happen, and over the years, how LeBron has tried to manipulate the media, and I know you LeBron fans gonna say I'm hating, but how he's tried to manipulate the media over the years as far as the GOAT debate and saying he's the greatest, I think is actually about to come back and bite him in the butt. Because how the media does, if Steph wins his fourth ring, everybody know how the media do. They gonna turn on LeBron all of a sudden. Like I say, the flavor of the month. If Steph wins his fourth ring, there's gonna be people in the media trying to flip it like, how LeBron gonna be the GOAT. He ain't even, he ain't even the best of his generation. They're gonna be talking about Steph better than him now. Or Steph is better than KD. Prime example of KD when he won his 2 rings with Golden State. Now all of a sudden people were saying KD was better than LeBron. You know, it's gonna be great for debates. Everybody gonna have their own topic, but the media is really gonna try to turn it. Um, my favorite media person, it's like Nick Wright, is going to just totally defend LeBron, and it's gonna be funny to see him the way he try to bash Jordan fans, how he's really gonna try to stick up for LeBron now. Um, Even with Steph, if he wins his fourth ring, people are saying that he'll be the second greatest point guard behind Magic Johnson. Well, he'll be better than Magic Johnson. Let me rephrase that. Which another thing is I think is crazy. You know, they really downplay Magic, and I know if you follow me, you know how I feel about Magic as a player, as a person. It's close things with me liking Magic. But 12 years, 9 finals. Come on, man, 5 rings. I ain't trying to hit that. And just what he did for the game. Steph changed the game somewhat with his 3-point shooting, which I don't knock his shooting, but I think it also has hurt the game somewhat because the league is such a monkey see, monkey do league. And everybody want to shoot like Golden State. And that's a once in a lifetime thing what they got in Golden State. So um, that's just my take on the narrative they're gonna really try to push with Steph to do if they win, just watch how the media try to push that narrative. Um, in my book, nah, he ain't gonna be better than Magic. I don't think he better than Isaiah, but that's a whole different debate. I could debate where Steph ranks as far as point guards, and we could debate that forever. But like I say, I like Steph. I like what he did, but it's just this new narrative or this flavor of the month thing. I just wanted people opinion on it. Feel free to make comments in the comment section. About anything that I talked about today. With the finals, what you think the finals going? How you think the finals going to turn out? What do you think will be the X factor? Who do you think gonna win? Um, make a comment on what I said about the bandwagon fans or the flavor of the month. You know. So on that note, that's another episode of Talking Sports with the Know It Alls. You can catch me on any platform. Um, Next show, I'm gonna have the crew back. We're gonna discuss boxing, especially after this Tank Davis fight. But I'm gonna discuss boxing and something we ain't discussed before on the show. So the next show we're gonna discuss boxing as far as who do we think is our personal top 5 boxers and the best boxing matches that we've seen. Not Jack Johnson versus Max Mellon or something. Matches that we've seen. So I'm real excited about this show. I'm real excited about the things we're doing on the show. I want to thank you guys for watching the show, to checking us out. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. I'm gonna try to bring you more stories, more things to talk about. We're gonna do a show on hip hop, years in hip hop. That's gonna be our summer series, where we're gonna break down certain years in hip hop and the music that was broken down. We're gonna do. We're gonna bring you. We'll try to bring you more and more different stuff. Football about to start back. We're gonna come back season 2 with football shows and all that. I still got to talk about my White Sox, as you can see. Um, but like I said, I just want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I'm real thankful for everything you guys are doing, and I'm so excited for what's to come. And I want you guys to join us on this journey to bring you more content. Trying to do it different from what everybody else is doing. I'm trying to do it from a everyday person's perspective, how everyday people talk, just how we talk in the barber shop, but in my own way, me and my crew own way. So on that note, like I say, love 1030. When you watch us, hit that like, hit that subscribe. So whenever we drop new shows, boom, you get it instantly. So don't be afraid to make comments, man, good or bad. I could take it. I'm a big boy. I could take criticism. I'm good. And like I say, any of you guys, I'm calling all my friends out. You guys think you're ready to come on the show? Come on, debate, talk about whatever. Dwayne Morgan, I'm gonna call you out. You my man, but you want to come on? We'll come. I'll make a show just for you. You're a Kobe fan, so we'll debate Kobe. Where he rank and stuff. I'll do it just for you, homeboy, because you my man. On that note, Um, for the crew, Big Ralph, Nikki Nick, and Tim, even Katie, Katie honorary member. Talking to sports with the know-it-alls. Check us out later.